Hello everyone, this is the Undying Nephilim. Today I am throwing together this video. Not sure how long it'll be, but basically I decided against making a trailer for Labrynna and the Fairies because I have been working on these guys for over 3 months now. A trailer will add another 2 to 3 weeks. I really just want to get these guys released for all of you guys. I don't think it's worth another delay of several weeks just for a 2 minute long trailer. So consider this video the unofficial half-assed trailer for Labrynna and the Fairies. There will be a link in the video description to go download this from ModDB. I'm also going to try and put it on Zero AD's mod platform where you can just download it and it installs it in the mods folder. I've heard if you're using Macs or Linux, it's actually easier to download it off of there. I'm still having trouble getting my stuff to actually upload on their platform, so I'm not sure if it'll be up by the time this video is released, but I am going to have it available on there to download sometime in the future. So until then, just go to ModDB to download and install it the way I've been doing for the last 2.5 years now. So anyway, yeah, Labrynna and the Fairies are pretty much done. What am I kidding? They are done. Obviously, they're probably a bit unbalanced, but I'll get to that later in the video. I've already shown Labrynna and the Fairies and all their features and all their units and stuff. So I don't know. I thought I would just show one of the new maps that is going to be in this release. Now I'm going to unrestrict the camera. So the frame rate is probably going to tank as I rotate it in certain angles because it will be rendering everything on the map. I'll just go ahead and demonstrate now. As I zoom out, the frame rate chugs because it's rendering everything. But anyway, this map is a map I have been looking forward to doing for a very long time. It is probably my favorite location in the entire Zelda series, both canonically and in Nephi canon, and it is the Tarm Ruins from Oracle of Seasons. You might recognize it from the gateway here with the 4 jewel slots, but it is just a 4-player map. It was designed with the intent of being for free-for-all, but you could play it as a 2v2. And basically, each quadrant of the map starts out in a different season. So, player 1 starts out in spring, where everything's all nice and springy. And then player 2 starts out in the summertime. And then player 3 starts out in autumn, or harvest, if you want to be a medieval... if you want to be accurate to the medieval ages, the season was called harvest, not autumn or fall, but I call it autumn because I wanted to. And then player 4 starts in winter. And in the future, I might make it so you can actually change or shift the seasons around, but since right now only the fairies really use the seasons as a mechanic, I felt like it was just, I don't know, it might have been overkill just to make an entire map that suits only a single faction. So right now the seasons are locked in the 4 quadrants, which I think is fine. The map is mostly symmetrical, but there are a lot of small features in it that make it asymmetrical. Like on this section, the little corner here is all busted, so you can move from the 2nd tier up to the 3rd tier without going all the way around to the stairways here. There's other areas like that, like down here in this corner it's all completely sealed off, but over here there's a little breach so this player can get in. Also right here, this tree trunk is blocking off this pathway that would normally be accessible. Same thing on the winter section here, I think. Yeah, there's these fallen tree stumps that block paths that are accessible in the other 4 quadrants, but not this one. So yeah, I really like this map. I really like the aesthetic. I like the flow. Um, anyway, what else is on this map? Oh, there's little Gale trees from the Oracle games. And I really like this up here. The center of the map is releasing the 4 seasons in all 4 directions, which I just think this visual effect is really cool. Let me get the camera down. I think this visual effect is really cool, where you can see it just spreading the seasons into the 4 quadrants. I think it looks really cool. I would show it from this angle, but since the entire map is rendering, the frame rate is going to tank, but I'll go ahead and show it anyway. Whoops, did not mean to go that far down. Yeah, the frame rate's going to be terrible because it's rendering everything behind the mountain, but I don't know, I just think that visual effect is really cool. When you're normally playing the game, the fog of war will obscure everything behind, so the frame rate will be a little bit better. Hopefully, LODs will be added into the engine soon, and it'll just help the frame rate overall, even if it is rendering everything behind this. But anyway, let's get the camera back up here. What else is there on this map? They are the little Tarminian Armos Knights. Let me zoom in on one right here. And get the camera around. Yeah, the unrestricting the camera actually makes it even harder to control, which is probably why they have it restricted by default. But anyway, these little Armos Knights are on the map. They are based on the Oracle design. And this design was also in Minish Cap. And they are a creep on this map that you'll have to fight, but you can also capture the little ruins here with almost any faction, and then you can recruit them like Armos Knights on other maps. And if you're the Dark Nuts, you can turn these ruins into big civic centers. And if you're the Dark Nuts, you actually pretty much have to capture these to expand your bases. But even if you're playing as other factions, it's always a good idea to capture ruins because they generate rupees. And they are like a free miniature civic center, which is great. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is to show on the map. As I said at the beginning, this was probably going to be a really short video. I just wanted to show this map because I think it's the coolest map in the game, aesthetically, and I think the gameplay, the way the map flows is really cool too. The way you maneuver your armies through the ruins here. I love the stairways. Go ahead and make a little army and send them up onto the stairways. Yeah, and also, in order to get into the ruins, you have to destroy these gates. Although there are some small areas where you can sneak into the ruins without destroying anything. Like right here, there's a little breach into the ruins. Anyway, let's make a bunch of troops. And actually, I'll just force kill this. You must die. Alright. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of Armos there, actually. Well, we'll have a tiny little Armos battle before I end the video. I really like the design of the Armos. Got all my crossbow ladies back here. Oh, my guys already. I don't know why I don't know, the sound effect of the maces I find really funny, but anyway. I don't know why, I like watching armies climb a bunch of stairs for some reason. And there they go. Alright, well, as I said, that would probably be a really short video. So, now, the Fairies and Labrynna are available to the public. As I said earlier, there is a download link in the video description. Also, keep your eyes out for it on Mod.io, ZeroAD's platform for mods. And hopefully you guys like Labrynna and the Fairies. As far as what I'm doing next, I will not be starting on the next two factions. Probably not for a really long time. For the next several months, I'll probably just be polishing the existing factions. I know that's not very exciting. If you are a patron and you want new factions, I apologize. I completely understand if you want to leave because you don't want to wait around several months, but the current factions in the game desperately need polish. I'm completely redoing the Kingdom of Hyrule, basically from scratch, because a bunch of features I wanted for them and some new features that were added into the engine are possible now that would really suit the Kingdom of Hyrule. So the next thing I'm working on first is the Kingdom of Hyrule, redoing them. Their roster will change slightly, their mechanics will change slightly, so we'll probably see a video related to them in the next month or so. And then I am going to be balancing and polishing all of the other factions. So I'll go through the Gerudo and the Gorons and the Zora, all the way back up through Labrynna and the Fairies. Exodarian will be... Well, he's almost done with the AI for the Gerudo anyway. I don't know how long it's going to take him to do it for all the factions. I know that is something people are constantly asking about, so the AI will be worked on for the next few months. What else? We will probably be starting on battalions. So instead of single units, we'll have large blocks of units, like in the Total War version of the game, which will be awesome. Not sure when exactly we'll start on that, but Exo and I have been talking about that, and that's something that is higher priority than some other things. What else will we be doing over the next few months? That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, I'll be going... Oh, I know one thing. Yeah, one other thing I will be doing. I'll actually have to turn off instant build to show what I'll be doing. Most of the factions right now, when you build a building, they just, like right here... Let me stop that from building. When the foundation is placed, they all currently use the stock 0 AD construction foundation frames, so I am going to go back and make those for each and every single faction, so they're not all using the 0 AD one. So like the Hylians will probably have something that looks like this, where it's just bricks and wooden frames and carts and stuff. But the Kokiri will probably have like trees growing out of the ground. The Zora will probably have like the coral mold foundations with the little stone scaffolding around it. It'll look pretty cool. So that'll probably take several weeks to do that for every faction. So yeah, the next few months is basically going to be a lot of polishing, not a lot of new content in terms of whole new factions. So I apologize in advance for all the people that are looking forward to the Stalfos and the Sheikah. I apologize. You're going to have to wait, though. I really need to polish all the stuff that's in the game right now. So anyway, go download Labrynna and the Fairies and have fun. And hopefully you enjoy them. And see you guys next time. And have a good one.
Hey, listen!